In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Claude Code on a VPS and access it on your laptop, on your mobile, and also on your tablet. This would come very handy if you want to deal with quicker tasks like just bug fixes and updating the documentation or something like that. Or if you are a maniac, you can just do a complete application if you want to. Now you might be wondering, why not use the remote control feature in Claude Code? Well, for that you need your laptop on. You need to initiate a session from your laptop. If you are doing that, that's well and good. But in my case, I usually just put my laptop on sleep, and whenever I go out, I usually get an idea to improve something in documentation, and I just fire up my VPS, open up Claude Code, and just type in my prompt, and it will just do everything and create a PR for me. So in this video, I'm going to show you how exactly you can set up your VPS to use Claude Code and how you can access it on your mobile phone and on your tablet and also on your laptop. So let's get started. Alright, the first step is to create a VPS. You can use any provider you want to. I'm just going to use Hetzner because it's on the cheaper side of things and I really had a good experience using that. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a resource here. I'm going to click on servers and I'm going to create a new server here. Now here you can select whatever configuration you want to. I'm just going to say cost optimized and I'm going to select the second one. Or you can also select the first one, but this machine, it probably won't be able to run anything significant, or I have seen it struggle with my website. So I'll just say we should rather go with 8 GB RAM. And I'll say if you have the budget, you should actually go a bit more above than that. But yeah, for this tutorial purpose, I should just go with this one. Location doesn't matter. Choose whatever you want according to your budget. I'm just going to use Ubuntu. You can also have your IP addresses here. I'm not going to generate an SSH key here. This is very important. If you want, you can do that. I'm not going to do that because we are going to put our VPS behind Tailscale and we are going to configure the firewall so that nobody outside our Tailscale can access our VPS. So nobody can even attempt to log in. So I'm not going to create an SSH key. So for volumes, you can create if you want to. Basically, all of this configuration is if you want to do anything. And you have this name. I'm just going to say YouTube. Oops. YouTube, and I'm just gonna go ahead and create and buy now. You probably might need to do some verification stuff before you could do that. I already have that done. And don't try to log into my IP. I'm going to delete the server. Now once you do that, and if you already didn't set up an SSH key, you will get an email with your root password. You just go ahead and copy this IP address, and I'm just gonna go to my terminal here. I'm gonna say SSH root @ I'm gonna paste this IP address. This is probably the first and the last time you're going to need this IP address because we are going to disable all requests to this IP address anyways. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter. And now it's going to ask me for the password. First, we need to say that, yes, I know this host. And now it's going to ask us the password. I'm just going to copy this. This is just a one-time password. We will have to edit that. So I'm just going to paste this and hit enter. You are required to change your password. The current password is the one which I copied. New password. Let me just quickly set up a new password. Just need to re-enter it again. All right. Now we are in. Now I'm just going to go ahead and create a new user. I'm just going to say add user. So you can just have a username. I just used user as a username, and I'm going to set a password here. Set a new password. And I'm just gonna say Atharva to be the full name. We don't have a room number. I'm just gonna skip everything else and everything is correct. Perfect. Clear. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and exit and I'm gonna try to SSH user at the IP. I'm sorry, we actually need the IP address once again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this and paste this here. Now it's going to ask us our password. Perfect. Now we can just clear. We are in our VPS. Now we need to do some security stuff. Now the thing is that the IP address you just logged in, everyone can access it and they can attempt to SSH in. And since we don't have an SSH key and everything, and the purpose for this VPS is just using Claude Code and not serving traffic, I think that you should use Tailscale to put this VPS behind it. So Tailscale is something like a VPN which puts your devices behind a VPN so that if you connect your personal devices to that VPN, you can access those devices. So these specific servers or devices won't be accessible on the internet, but you can access those if you connect to the Tailscale VPN. So the thing is that we need to put our server behind Tailscale. So how do we do that? So here is my Tailscale dashboard. As you can see, I need to blur out a lot of stuff here, but these IP addresses are, by the way, internal IP address. These are not my real IP address. You can see that I have my MacBook, I have the main VPS which I use, I have my iPad, and I have my iPhone 15. So out of which I have two connected. My MacBook Pro is currently connected to the VPN, and it's in my menu bar right here. Yeah, it's right here. And my VPS, the one which I use primarily, is also connected, which we are not using. So we need to actually go ahead and add device, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add a client device. And for Linux, we will get this copy command. I'm just gonna go ahead, click on copy command. We are gonna go back to terminal, and I'm just gonna go ahead and paste this to install Tailscale. So let's wait for this. We need to add sudo password. So I'm just gonna add the sudo password. User is not in sudo's file. Yeah, we forgot this. Yeah, I messed up. We need to add our user to the sudo's group. So I'm just gonna type this command. So I'm just gonna say sudo add user, which was our username, and I'm just gonna say sudo. So it's gonna add to it, or add it to the sudo group so that we can request elevated permissions. Perfect. Now that's done. I'm just gonna try to go ahead and exit here and log in again in the user one. Let me enter the password again, clear, and we need to paste that command again. Let's enter our password, and now it's going to install Tailscale. A little bit technical difficulty because your boy Athava is very bad at Linux apparently. So yeah, so we're just gonna wait for this to install. Perfect. Now it's installed. Now we need to run this command, sudo tailscale up, so that we can actually activate Tailscale here. So I'm just gonna say that to authenticate, visit this URL. So I'm just gonna go ahead, copy this URL, and I'm gonna go here and paste it. Now we need to log in. I'm just gonna do that off screen. Now we will see you are about to connect the device YouTube to my tailnet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and connect. And once that's done, it should be a part of our tailnet. Now your device YouTube is logged in to the tailnet. So let's go back to our terminal, and you can see it says success. Now the cool thing is that I can simply just go ahead and exit. Now we will not need this IP address anymore. Now what I can simply do is I can do SSH. Hold on, let me just clear this. And I can just do SSH user at YouTube. And I'm just gonna say yes. I'm gonna quickly enter my password. Perfect. Now we are in our machine again. We are in our VPS again. And we didn't have to enter our IP. And why is that? Why did that work? So that's the cool thing about Tailscale. It has something called as magic DNS, which gives your machine a host name which you can use while connected to the VPN. So we can see that we have the YouTube machine that we just linked, and if we click on the arrow, we can see we can connect through this URL. You can connect through IPv4, IPv6, or you can just use the word YouTube and it works. I would like to clarify that this works flawlessly on macOS. I'm not sure about Windows, but on my iPhone, it doesn't like to work. I guess on iPhone it works, but on iPad it doesn't work, something like that. In that case, you will just need to use the IPv4. But I want to show you something. So if I just go ahead and disconnect this VPN, so for now I'm just someone who doesn't even have access to the tailnet. And if I just go ahead and try to SSH in again, it say could not resolve hostname because obviously YouTube is not a valid hostname. And if I connect back to the VPN, I should be able to do that. So let's wait for waiting to network. All right, starting. And now, yeah, I can log back in. Perfect. That worked. One last thing before we move on to Claude Code is actually we need to go ahead and create a firewall here. Now this might depend on your provider, but in Hetzner you can do just create firewall. And I'm just gonna remove these rules so that nobody can just SSH into my machine directly. I'm just gonna go ahead and create a firewall. Now let's wait for this to be applied, and then we are going to try to log in using the public IP address that we were provided by Hetzner. So let's wait. It still says not applied. Oh yeah, we need to go ahead and apply it manually. I don't know why I forgot that. I will apply it to YouTube, apply it to one server. It's pending. Hopefully it will just, okay, fully applied. Now let's go ahead in our terminal, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to run this again. And hopefully it's not gonna let us do it. Yeah, it's not. It's just stuck. Okay, let's try that again. I'm just gonna hit enter. Yeah, we are stuck, and this is probably gonna get timed out pretty soon, but we are not gonna be able to log in if we are not on our tailnet, which is pretty cool. Now we need to install Claude Code. Now this is the documentation, and we see the native install method. I'm just gonna use that because that's a lot easier. I'm just gonna go back to terminal. I'm just gonna paste that, and now this will install Claude Code in the machine. So let's wait for that. All right, it asks us to run this command. I'm just gonna copy this and just paste this here again, and yeah, we are good to go. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and clear. I'm just gonna use Claude. I recommend that you use the Claude command for the first time in your laptop because you have to authenticate. So I'm just gonna use Claude. I'm just gonna say dark mode, and you can use whatever method you want. For me, it's a Claude account, so I'm just gonna do that. Now, obviously, it's not gonna be able to use the browser here, so you just need to copy this URL and authenticate it that way. So I went through the login process and it tried to dox me, so I just went ahead and used the isDemo flag and used the Claude command to run Claude Code, and you can see Claude Code is running in our VPS right now. You can now finally just go ahead and do whatever you want, but there's more to this. You should also use Tmux. By the way, before we move on, I had to actually change the name from YouTube to new VPS because browsers were upgrading the connection to using HTTPS for some reason, and I'll explain in detail what's happening later on, but just understand that I changed its name to new VPS, and now my connection actually goes using the new VPS command. So I just do something like SSH. You know what, I can just show you. So SSH user at new VPS. That's how I do it now. So let's just enter my password now. Now, actually what I did here is actually I created a new project. So cd test app. This is a Next.js application. So if we just do ls, you will see that these are all Next.js files, basically a blank Next.js application. Now what I'm going to do is pnpm dev. Now you will see that it says it's running on localhost 3000 and this IP which we just disabled, so nobody can access that. How can you access that if you're on Tailnet? I feel like you already have a hang of it now. You can simply just go ahead and do HTTP. I'm just going to say new VPS 3000 and I'm just going to hit enter, and boom, we have a Next.js application right here using our magic DNS thing. Now if we turn off our Tailscale VPN, this page will not be visible. So again, this is only just for you and all the devices connected to your VPN. Now I'm going to show you something really cool. Developers are probably familiar with all of this already. They know what Tmux is, but you can actually use Tmux, which is probably already installed in Ubuntu or something like that. I didn't have to install it separately, but you can use Tmux so that you can run some commands, you can run Claude Code and everything, and you can detach from that terminal and use your iPad to continue. And if you want to have that functionality where killing a terminal on your laptop does not kill everything, that's very necessary. So with Tmux, the thing is that you can also do something like command B. You can do control B and hit the percentage button, and it will actually split the terminal into two. So now here you can actually do control B and hit the left arrow key to switch, and you can do control B, right arrow key to switch. So basically pretty simple. And if you want to create a vertical one, you can do control B and use the double quotes button. So that's how it works. I'm just gonna close this one. We only need two right now. You can actually go ahead and watch a Tmux tutorial. I know I'm making it more difficult, but you can just go and watch a Tmux tutorial if you want to. Tmux is not really necessary if you just want to use your phone from end to end, that's fine. But if you want to change devices, if you want to disconnect from your VPS while it's doing your stuff, Tmux is necessary. So here I can simply do something like pnpm dev, and this is actually going to run our dev server. Now I'm going to do control B, right arrow, and here I can do is demo Claude, and I'm Claude, and actually pass in the dangerously skip permissions. I don't care because this is the VPS. Even if it decides to do something rogue, I don't really care. I can just, okay, it doesn't like, okay, I need to pass in true. My bad. Nobody's gonna say anything about that one. All right, we are here. And now I can simply just ask it to do anything, just maybe just revamp the entire page to say hello world. Yeah, now we have given it the task. Now to detach from this terminal, I can do simply like Control B, and I can just hit D. Now we are no longer from that terminal. It just says detached from the terminal, which is amazing. Now if we do Tmux ls, we can see that this terminal is already running still. Now you can see that it says hello world. We are out of it. We are still not in the Tmux thing, but it is still running. Now even if we just exit out of this VPS, even if we just log out, this will still just work as long as you are connected to the VPN. And that's really amazing. Now we need to just connect back, and yeah, now I can just clear, I can just Tmux ls, and you can see it's still running. I can do something like Tmux attach, and if you just have one, it's just gonna attach to the only one that's running. Otherwise you can do something like -d-t, and you can just pass in the number here. So it says 0, right? So I can simply just type 0 and it will just connect to this one. So you can just see that Claude Code is still running here, which is amazing. I'm gonna detach this again. Perfect. Alright, so we are on my iPad. You can simply do the same stuff with your iPhone or basically any other device. But I have Tmux, which is a terminal application which lets you SSH into machines. And then we have the Tailscale application. So I'm just going to go ahead, and Tailscale is connected already, which I see. I probably might have connected it. You can see that we have the new VPS here, right here. I have the mouse here. So perfect. And now we can simply just go ahead. Actually, I'm going to go to Safari first, and I'm going to show you HTTP new VPS 3000. And we will actually see our hello world application. We are not even connected it through SSH in our iPad, but we still see that because we ran that Tmux session and we just detached from it. It's still running in the background. And that means that the Claude Code is also running in background. And if you had some tasks, some long running tasks, it would be still working on it. And now let's go to Tmux app. And here I'm actually going to go ahead and add a new one. I'm going to add a new host, and I'm actually going to go ahead and add the host name of new VPS because that's our host name. And is there a thing for password? I'm gonna actually, you know what, I'm gonna leave the password for now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit tick, add that here. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to connect for it. It's gonna ask the username. So the username is user. Actually, you can configure that beforehand. I don't intend to use this anymore, so I just didn't. And now it's gonna ask us for the password. Let me just enter that right now. Perfect. It says the authenticity of host new VPS cannot be established. I just want to continue anyways. It says authenticating. Perfect. We are here. Now I can simply just go and do something like clear. I'm going to do Tmux ls. The session we created on our laptop is still started here. So we can just do Tmux attach here again. And perfect. We are here again. And we are in the Claude Code one. So we can simply just say change hello world to hello world from iPad. And you can also use Command B, Control B here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can use Control B and arrows to switch here. In the phone, it's going to be a little bit difficult because then you will need to go and hit certain keys from here probably. Yeah, from the additional keyboard. But if you're on an iPad with a magic keyboard like I do, it's probably going to be a bit easier. Now it says done. The heading now reads hello world from iPad. So let's go back to Safari again. And I'm going to actually reload this page. Or is it already reloading it? Okay, I need to reload it. It says hello world from iPad. Perfect. Amazing. It works. Now, whenever I'm usually done with this, I usually just go ahead and just exit everything and just let the VPS do its thing. And just exit the Tmux session whenever you're done. That's just a choice, and I can just do exit to log out. Now our dev server is not running anymore. So if you just try to do Safari and if you just try to reload it here, it says cannot connect to the server because we just turned off the dev server. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned something new from this video, and I hope you guys use this method to probably just prompt away whenever you're not at home or whenever you feel like doing it and not want to go back to your laptop to do that. It's a really amazing method. So yeah, if you have any better ways, if you find that there are some kind of not the best ways I was doing, feel free to leave that in the comments below. And yeah, make sure you go ahead, like, subscribe to our channel to provide me some more support so that I can keep making such content on this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.